Everyone, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. This is Tina with Tina's Craft Creations. I'm on today with a project share of what's going to be my final fall 2023 projects. I decided to kind of switch things up a little bit. Now, every season, I have this slotted tray that I get from the Dollar Tree. I have a bunch of them, and I put little bits and like little knick-knacky type things in to craft with. And a lot of times I kind of forget about them because I start working with a collection and I just kind of just go with that whole collection, and I don't use the little bits and pieces that I have that aren't associated with the collection I'm working with. So I kind of made it a goal today to use up a good bit of the stuff that I had in my little tray for fall this year. And I did use a good bit of it actually. So I'm really glad I did that. And I'm going to show you guys what I made. Now what I have are, like I said, are like just little knick-knack things like paper flowers, paper leaves, little wooden embellishments that I got at Hobby Lobby, and some like raffia bows and just random bits that I mostly foam or like felt stickers and things that I got at Hobby Lobby and stuff as well. Excuse me again, I'm so sorry for the coughing. I'm just about over this cold, but it's just hanging on, this last little bit of whatever I had. So I'm going to show you guys what I made, and I did do pretty well in using up some of the things that I had in my little tray. And I'm just going to go ahead and set these aside for some fall racks that I'll probably send off in November. So the first thing I decided to make are some bag toppers, and I did use doilies to make these. I had these like yellowy ones and these white ones in my stash. So some of the things that I did use are some of these little paper flowers and these little like wooden or like hard plastic with like a yeah, it's like a felt leaf on top of like a wooden, like a plastic wood, and then a little button on top. I got those at Hobby Lobby some time ago. So I've been wanting to use some of those up. This actually came from the Acorn Lane collection. It's just a little quote from the chipboard stickers and then some enamel dots. So again, I just wanted to use up a lot of these little knick-knack things. And then I did use some stickers embellishments from the Acorn Lane collection, but I was trying not to use too much of that collection because I wanted to just use a lot of these little knick-knack things. So these are just some sunflower stickers I had in my collection, some little gold thread, enamel dots, and again, a little sentiment from the collection sticker sheet, but that's about all I was trying to use with these. We have this one here. I did use gold thread on all of these as well. And then these are those little paper leaf sticker or paper leaves that I have from Hobby Lobby. So yeah, so those are the bag toppers that I made using the little knick-knacky things. And these are just, I did glue the yellow one down to the white one just to make it a little bit more sturdy, because I was going to do just the yellow and it was like kind of like flimsy. So those are my little bag toppers. And then I decided to use some scraps and things from the Acorn Lane collection and use also some of these little things. So I made some ruffled paper embellishments. I took my 2-inch punch and punched out some paper scraps. I sewed across the ruffle, and then I sewed like wonky stitched, sewed all of the little circles that I punched out. Again, all I really used from the Acorn Lane on these is the paper and then like sentiments. Then I used some of the Dollar Tree tulle that has the snow on it, and I have a bunch of the fall colors from like last couple years, some enamel dots, and one of these really pretty paper flowers. So these are nice to add on to bag toppers, and I did make a bunch of them. Again, I was just trying to really use up some of these little felt stickers, these little plastic acorns. I just really wanted to use a bunch of stuff in that little tray. So I made that a goal of mine today, to focus on using that kind of stuff. Here's some more of the flowers. So again, these are, I mean, I did add the stitching and all of that, so they're not super simple, but they are simple because that's just the kind of crafter I am. But you guys know how. And these are the little plastic leaves with the little felt leaf on top with the little tiny button. I think those are super cute, and I think I might have used all of them, all of the ones I had in my little tray, with the things that I worked on today. And this is just like a little leaf that I got off of like a sprig of fall leaves. So again, I just had a bunch of little random bits that I wanted to use today So I did as much as I could with what I was working on. This is just one of those like raffia bows from the Hobby Lobby pack that I got a couple years ago. All right, and then that's the last of the ruffles. So I made a bunch of those, obviously. And then the last thing I made, and this is something that Rachel and I were actually talking about yesterday. I have all of this random stuff in my crafty, stash. Like, I have all of these chipboard frames, and I decided to make some chipboard shakers. Now, you guys know I don't typically make shakers, but I really like how these turned out. I have like a big jar of chipboard frames that I like pulled off of like packs that came from like Echo Park and stuff, and then some that I've gotten from like Rosie Studio. I just threw them all in this like big jar thing that I have. So I pulled out 4, and then I just glued them down to some acetate, and then I cut out the shape. And then I used some paper from the Acorn Lane. But again, what I decorated them with are these little knick-knacky things, along with sentiments from the Acorn Lane collection, and then the background papers from Acorn Lane as well. But I made this beautiful sequin mix. In fact, let me go grab it. I used a mix that I got from Rachel from one of her, from my sequin mix subscription from Rachel. I think it was the October mix called Farmstead, and I just used that as kind of a base, and I made this beautiful mix. I added some orange and gold and this like beautiful dark red and some gold stars and some white, just to kind of, and some like orange and brown, and I added more to her mix to make my own mix. I like to do that sometimes, is take a sequin mix that I might get from someone and use that as a base, and then just kind of layer that up with other sequins. I don't make sequin mixes a ton, but I really love how this one turned out. I think it's so pretty. I got like lots of different sequins in here, like I said, from Cartwright sequins. I had some from the Dollar Tree. I think the little gold stars are maybe from Michael's I got a while back. So yeah, I just really love how this mix turned out. So I'll definitely be sharing some of this as well in my like fall racks that I'm going to do in November. So this is the first one, and I did use this frame that has this gold around it. I think this might have been from Rosie Studio. Some enamel dots, and then 2 of those little stickers from Hobby Lobby. So I got that one, and then I did this one. Again, one of those frames with the gold. The leaves, I used the last of the pack that I had sitting out for these paper leaves. Enamel dots from my stash, gold thread. Again, the little sentiment is from the Acorn Lane sticker sheet. And then the paper in the background is also from Acorn Lane. And then this one I think might have been like an Echo Park frame at one point or another that I pulled off of like a sheet. I layered it on top of some paper from Acorn Lane. I used one of those little plastic acorns. Nuts for Fall is the sentiment from the sticker sheet from Acorn Lane, and then another one of those beautiful paper flowers. And I did fill these pretty full because I just thought it would look really nice, and I just love how these turned out. And then this one is just a little green circle. I use a felt pumpkin sticker from Hobby Lobby, some enamel dots, and then this Falling For You is also from the Acorn Lane sticker sheet. So I just love how those turned out, and I'm so happy that I made them. And yeah, that's going to be something that I'm going to be working on here in the future. I'm going to kind of do, I think, like a series where I just pull a random item out of my crafty stash, and I just work with it somehow. I make embellishments or add it to a project or make something like the sequin shakers, or I just want to use more of what's in my stash that I know I have, that I haven't maybe worked with in a long time. I have tons of like tags and random bits that I got from Michael's, like tons of stickers, doilies, wooden veneers, again, like just so many different things. So I think I'm going to do some sort of series where each week, if I'm not working on like a specific holiday or seasonal project, I'm going to do maybe just like one day during the week, like an evening or something, pull something from my stash, craft with it, even if I only make one thing, And then if I decide, you know, I can't do anything else with it, then maybe I'll set those items aside for a destash, because again, it's always good to destash these items if I'm not using them. So I think I'm gonna do something like that here starting in the very near future. So yeah, this is the last of my fall 2023 crafts. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go through my Christmas next week, and I'm going to start pulling out collections and figuring out what I'm gonna work with this year. And yeah, I don't have any swaps lined up for Christmas. Right now I'm just focusing on crafting for fun, crafting to send racks to my friends, and yeah, just, I mean, it's just really nice to not have any pressure to make any specific thing for someone. So I'm just letting my creativity flow as it is. So if anyone has any questions, though, please let me know. If you've not already, I'd greatly appreciate if you would consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.